Are you a software engineer? I hope you are one. Lately, are you feeling uncomfortable hearing the news of a recession and possibility that AI might take over your job? Are you feeling anxious that you will be laid off? And are you worried because you don't know what to do about it? Then let's see exactly what to do about it. First, let's see, will AI disrupt software engineering? If you are from a tier 1 product based company, the best of the best, then there is a possibility that a complete division or a department, a product line is totally shut down and those who work there are laid off. Even if you are working in a small startup based company, they might decide that instead of having 10 developers, they will have 5 super developers who have the capability to use AI tools and become more productive than the 10 engineers. But if you are from an IT services company, then you are not going to lose your job immediately. But you will also be in a situation where you face the heat or maybe laid off when a recession hits. The global economic winds shows that there will be a recession. We don't know whether it will be 3 months from now, 6 months from now, or 1 year or 2 years from now. That nobody can predict. When a recession comes, why do I say that IT services companies is going to hit more? The reason is simple. When there is a recession, all the companies will be crash crunched and they will be trying to cut costs wherever possible. So they will be laying off people in their own companies. They will be canceling the contracts with other IT service companies that are mostly in India and other countries. You might have seen or at least heard about 2008 recession, the global financial crisis, or the 2001 recession due to the dot com bubble. But this time it's little different. During earlier recessions, once the recession period is over and once the economy starts to recover, the companies will go into a hiring spree so that whoever was laid off during that recession, most of them will get into the workforce and even more people from outside will come into the workforce. But this time, when recession hits hard, when people are being laid off, companies have an option B. They will use AI aggressively across their companies to automate everything that's possible. So, when the economy recovers, when we come out of recession, I believe that we won't have as much opportunities as we have seen in earlier recoveries. Let's see how to weather this AI storm. Even though I am telling you tips and strategies on how to weather this AI storm, there is a chance that you have no control over getting laid off. So, the most important thing that you have to do is build an emergency fund. This is not a choice anymore. You should have 6 to 12 months of emergency fund. This includes the debt payments you have to make during those months. This includes your daily expenses and at least 20% additional to meet unforeseen expenses. 6 months is the bare minimum. If you have 12 months, that's great. Why do I say that? Because if you have 12 months expense as emergency fund, you will have the peace of mind, the flexibility, and the power to choose which job you want to get into and not grab any job that comes your way. How can you build a 6 month or 12-month emergency fund? Since you want to aggressively build this emergency fund, I'll give you 3 tips. The first tip is postpone your big purchases. If you are going to buy a house, If you are going to buy a car, postpone it. If you have the down payment ready, use that as the emergency fund till you get past the recession. Even I would suggest you not to buy the latest flagship phone till you are out of recession. All these amounts can flow into your emergency fund and give you the option to build it so quick. Once you have built the emergency fund, then you can spend on other things without worrying. The next thing is, if you have a plan to have an international vacation, an expensive one, swap that with a domestic one, or at least a low cost international trip would do. Whatever money you save there has to flow into your emergency fund. The third thing I would suggest is stop your monthly SIPs or your monthly stock market investments. This is not something I would like to do, since when the markets are down, that's the time to build the wealth. But if you are cash crunched and you have debts to pay out, you don't have enough to save for a 6 or 12-month emergency fund, then stop your monthly investments and get the money flow into your emergency fund. The next thing you have to do is adapt yourself to use AI tools. It doesn't mean asking ChatGPT few questions and get the answers during your work. That's not what I am saying. Start using GitHub or Microsoft Copilot if you are a developer. Get comfortable with it. Whatever task you have, whatever things you are doing in your work, break them down into tasks and subtasks and see which of them can be automated by using AI. For that, there is a website named thereisanaIforthat.com. You find a task, you search about the task in that website, and you will get a number of tools that can automate your tasks. Choose the one that has the highest number of votes and get comfortable using that AI tool. It will enhance your productivity. You will be the person who will still stay in the company during recession to get the work done. These are the things you must do to weather the AI storm. But next, we will see how to turn the tide of AI for your advantage. Your technical skills, your programming skills are not going to go away once the AI comes. There will be people deployed to oversee whatever AI is doing is right or not. So, if you are not very strong in your programming language, spend time to get better at your programming language. If you are good at your programming language, then move to data structures and algorithms, learn them, practice them. Then you can learn design patterns if you are not familiar with that. And if you are familiar with all these, then move on to system design and broadly distributed systems, so that you have an overall architectural knowledge of your systems and the products you are working on. Daily spend at least 1 hour to improve your technical skills, so that when recession hits, you are so confident with your skills no matter what happens. The next thing I will highly recommend you is to think like a business owner. How do I do that, Shiva? I'll tell you. Start to understand how your products or services is impacting the customer's life and their business. How does it solve a problem? Try to figure out what competitive advantage your company has over their competitors. It could be your company or your client company that you are working for. How do your company or your client company market these competitive advantages and sell their products? Understand the financials of your company. How can you do that? If your company is a public company, then you must read through the annual reports of your company and you will understand in which product or service you are working and whether that is the future of the company, or is it a lackluster product or service that you are in, and you have a chance to move into a more stable product or service. If it's a private company, there might be internal reports that you could see for this. Even better if you could see the financial statements within your account or product line. You can reach out to your higher level managers. Some might be very happy to show you, some might not. If you have a chance to look at it, see where the account makes profit and where it is losing money, where it's bleeding money. Now, if you do all these things, you have an overall view of a business owner. Why does it help during a recession? It helps because you will be in a unique position with an overall understanding of the business, financials, and what's happening within the company than your colleagues. So the company needs you the most when it's in crisis. So the company wants to hold you, whatever be the situation. Even if you get laid off or you wanted to switch jobs, this one capability will open doors for much better and much bigger opportunities while you are attending interviews. Because every company needs people who understand the business, financials, and technically savvy, but they can't find them anywhere. So you must turn into a person who knows all that. So I want you to become a specialist in your technical skills and your domain knowledge. And I want you to become a generalist in using AI tools extensively and think like a business owner. My dear friend, your anxiety or worry is not just about AI taking your job or you getting laid off. The reason behind your anxiety is you don't have a plan on what to do when recession hits. You don't have a signboard that says go in this direction. I believe this video gave you that direction to create your own plan to weather this storm and even turn the tide to your advantage by spending time improving your skills and enhance your brain's capacity to think like a business owner who can never become irrelevant and out of value. Hey friend, are you still watching the video? Then I would like to give you a gift. I have created a free guide that breaks down the most common data structure and algorithm patterns. Instead of telling you how an algorithm works, this guide tells you when to use it. Do you find yourself wondering which data structure or algorithm to use in a particular situation? Then this guide is definitely for you. Grab the guide by clicking the link in the description. Until we meet the next time, this is Shivakumar aka Algo Shiva signing off.